CPI comes in at 6.5%, which is exactly what was estimated at 6.5%. Now, I don't have a crystal ball, but this is pretty much just saying, yo guys, this is still pretty bad, but it's not, it's as bad as we were expecting. What is going on, guys? AutoStocks here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if you're new. We are going to touch on all the DD that we have before we get into AMC and AMC's chart. All I ask you to do is stay till the end of the video so you don't have to watch another video on YouTube. We will cover everything right here. Now, CPI came in at 6.5%, which is exactly what was estimated. Now, what people don't understand is that inflation is still rising, right? Fed's Harker says 0.25 BPS hikes will be appropriate going forward. Now, that's great. That's great for the economy. That means they are going to still hike inflation, but at a slower rate going forward. Now, that's fine. That's good. But it is still rising, and there's no getting around that. So this market pump is kind of confusing me, and I want you to let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you guys think this is a temporary rally? We had something drawn out on the S&P 500 that looked exactly like this, showing that the S&P 500 would peak right about now, around $398 to $400 before getting smacked for a very new low. Now, this has me confused because if you go over to crypto, we're going to use Bitcoin as an example. You can see that Bitcoin has been running up 5% on the day. And if you've been keeping up with the channel, Bitcoin and these other large cryptos such as Ethereum are, in my opinion, stash spots for liquidity. It kind of gives me an alert saying, yo, crypto is pumping. That means these institutions are ready to buy back into equities. This capital is starting to rise again. Now, every single thing, including AMC, is at a resistance point, right? You can see where Bitcoin is hovering right now at this $19,000 level. If we get smacked here, everything's finding a new low. Same with the S&P 500. If we get smacked at 400, it's finding a new low. And same with AMC. Touching on AMC's chart real quick before we move on. Based off of the cycle that we have drawn out, AMC has another resistance level at $5.75, which is a potential second pump before getting smacked back down. However, of course, if we get the major run, which we're going to talk about in a second, that would not be the case. AMC did rally all the way up to $5, and it is seeing resistance. Everything is at resistance. SPY at 400, AMC at 5, Bitcoin at 19K. Same thing goes for GameStop, right? Moving on, the federal budget deficit fell to $1.4 trillion for the 2022 calendar year, down from $2.6 trillion a year ago. UK watchdog blocks London Metal Exchange plan to restart Asian hours nickel trade in Asia hours due to doubts about the London Metal Exchange's ability to run an orderly market in that time zone. Touching on that, Egypt's pound is now at a record low versus the US dollar. The currency has lost 58% of its value versus gold in the past 6 months, and there is a reason why locals are stockpiling gold. They are getting a natural reintroduction to money. Getting into some AMC stuff based on the fundamental side of things, Adam Aaron tweeted this week, Avatar, The Way of Water should cross 525 million of ticket sales in the US and Canada and 1.75 billion globally, the highest grossing movie released in 2022, topping Top Gun Maverick. Enormous congrats to Jim Cameron and John Landau. This is a must movie in theaters on a big screen. Now, I've heard a lot of mixed things about Avatar, whether it's a good movie or it's a bad movie. It's a very popular movie, and this definitely helped AMC raise capital going forward. With that being said, this could project onto the upcoming earnings, right? Short sellers don't know what's coming with AMC's earnings, but in my opinion, AMC should go cash flow positive somewhat soon in the near future. Now, we do have that vote before 90 days, so before late March, Adam Aaron has to issue the vote for the conversion, for the split, and everything to happen from there on out, which may essentially affect the stock price, of course, and how earnings essentially plays out. Stepping away real quick, SEC Chair Gensler says crypto is the Wild West and most tokens will fail, which he is exactly right. And the US DOJ launched an investigation into the founders of Solana stablecoin exchange Saber Labs. Finally, moving on to the AMC numbers, short interest actually increased according to Ortex 22.08% of the free float. Cost to borrow average 287% and the max at 310. We crossed that 300% level once again. As for APE, shorts did get out a little bit on APE, 5.44% short interest. It was 7 recently with an 8 to 9% cost to borrow fee. Now, do you think one institution is holding all their shorts in APE because the cost to borrow average, max, and minimum are all the same? You guys let me know what your tinfoil hat theories are saying in the comments. Also, this morning, Ortex triggered 2 short squeeze signals for AMC. Touching on Stock Tracker before we finish off with a little bit more of the charts, 0 shares available to borrow on AMC AMC. Most recent fee, according to Stock Tracker, 109% fee. We are winning calls to puts on the option chain, guys. If we keep this running and shareholders who hold call contracts actually exercise those options, market makers have to go out and get those shares for you. So we could potentially see a gamma wrap going into January 20th if AMC does continue to rally. Now again, shorts aren't giving up. Take a look at the short exempt volume, 675,996 shares. Now, why are these labeled short exempts? There could be a number of different reasons, but in my opinion, shorts, you can see utilization is still maxed out on AMC. If we go over here on Ortex real quick, right here, utilization at 100%. Cost to borrow rising over 300%. This just shows me that shorts don't have shares available to borrow. Market makers are creating them, labeling them as short exempts, and sometime in the future they have to locate these shares. As for GameStop, also reporting 0 shares available to borrow at a most recent fee of 21.5%. Now take a look. The market starts to rally, shorts start to slip, right? Cost to borrow starts to rise. AMC, GameStop. However, noticing AMC's short interest rising and potentially GameStop's as well shows that shorts are still stacking on, which means they could probably think that the market is going to sell off further, in which they would have more profits. But then at the same time, Bitcoin is rallying. Are they ready to stuff money back into Bitcoin? Because I can tell you right now, it's not retail doing that. Retail is so far in this whole credit debt situation with inflation super high, they don't have money to pump crypto that hard. So what do you guys think is going on? However, with that being said, we do know that Ethereum Classic and AMC follow each other, vice versa, and Ethereum Classic looks like it actually wants to pump off of this resistance level and go for another run. We're going to be watching very closely to Ethereum Classic to see how it reacts in the next couple of days. Touching on GameStop, it's playing exactly to this cycle right here, and I think there is potential for a second pop up to $22.50. However, it is fighting resistance at $20 even right now. So same thing goes for AMC. GameStop's $22.50 is AMC's $5.75. If we see Ethereum Classic start to rally, then you could see both of these start to move. So I'm watching Ethereum Classic to correlate over to AMC and GameStop. But for right now, guys, of course, we are waiting to bleed out these shorts, and I think whether the market runs one way or the other, it is going to be a little bit difficult to hedge their position accordingly, especially with the high amounts of cost to borrow fees going forward. So guys, this is what I got for you for today's video. Hopefully you found value out of the video and enjoyed watching. Make sure to share, drop a comment, get us to 10K subs, hit that like button, get us to 1,000 likes, and also get your 15 free stocks and a chance to win $60,000 down below for literally doing nothing. If you use my link pinned in the top of comments or in the description down below to download Moomoo on your phone or computer, sign up and deposit even a penny, you will get 1 free stock, and then the more you deposit after that, you will get more free stocks from Moomoo just from them, and you also get to join a sweepstakes for a chance to win $60,000. Since it's the end of the video, I'll give you a quick breakdown. It's a commission-free trading platform that gives you access to going long, going short, trading options, and access to customizable earnings calendar, free level 2 order book data that you have to pay for on platforms such as Webull, which shows you where whales are loading up and dropping off shares, access to crypto, other exchanges, and more, and it's also just free money. I love you all. Lottery Stocks out.